Because I want you to get something out of this class. If it's something new to you, that's great. If it's something old to you, you're just kind of reinforcing what you already knew. So you got to look at it as a ongoing process. And energy differs from day to day. Some we feel really excited and motivated to do something. Some days we don't. That's just human nature. But the thing is that we want to kind of get to the point where somebody's going to attack you. You're not going to have a choice of whether you're not feeling great or you're feeling down. You still got to react. So the thing is, you got to kind of put that light switch on when you need it. You got to be ready to put that emphasis and power behind what you're doing, no matter how you're feeling that day. But some days we feel great and we're on our game, and some days we don't. That's just the way it is. But hopefully through our karate, we can, like I said, just turn that switch on, and it's going to be there when we need it. All right, and I know everybody feels that, right? I mean, who doesn't feel like hey, I don't want to do anything today. I just don't feel like it. I'm tired, whatnot. And then some days you're like, you can't slow down. You know what I mean? That's just human nature, and there's nothing we can do to get around that. Putting the energy that your body can create into your training. That's what makes it unique. And like I said, energy is going to differ from time of the day and how you're feeling. All right? So that's okay. That's part of the human nature. But the thing is you got to pick yourself up and just do it. Some of you may not want to be here today, but you joined the class because you know you needed to. There's probably 10 other things you could be doing around the house, but you decided to take that half hour, 45 minutes, and take the class. So I commend you all for that, and I hope everyone does well in their black belt endeavor, and hopefully everyone will get to where they want to be. But just look at it as a stepping stone. Don't go for the big prize at the end of the tunnel there, because you can't get there unless you take that first step. And that's what you need to experience, is that first step. And then the second one, and so forth. So at least you have some experience behind it. And that's all it is just experience. The longer you do it, the more you get out of it. The more you understand it. The more you can, manipulate it and evaluate it and hopefully make it something of your own. Now, I've been doing it for 45 years, so my interpretation of it is going to be a little different than yours. But hopefully with the experience that I have, I can pass it on to you to help you get there quicker, or to understand it even sooner than it took me to do it. Because you got to look at your karate training as a big puzzle, 1,000-piece puzzle or whatever. First thing you go for is the edges, and that's our core stuff that we work on. Those are the easy ones to get because they're defined. The edges are defined. It's all those in-between pieces are the ones that are tougher. And as we work to the middle of our puzzle, that's really where we do all our training and our thinking, and it gets us to that point where hopefully someday that puzzle will be complete. Will it? I don't think so, but the objective is to get to that center and just understand it a little bit better, okay? Because I've had a student come up to me, he's a go-dan now. Oh, actually, I think he might be a 6-dan now. But when he had asked me, he's like, oh, how do I get to where you're at? I'm like, dude, you got to put the time in. There's no other way around it. You just got to keep doing it year after year, and then over time you will start to understand it. Now, where do I get my resources? Well, I get them from everywhere. I get them from fellow students talking about it, experimenting with things. I get it from other students from other styles that do it, just to kind of get their perspective on what they do, because their perspective could give me some knowledge that can help me in my journey, right? So it's just the type of thing that you got to constantly be thinking about it, When I'm driving my car, 10 and 2, right? What am I in? San Chen, right? So you live it. You live this stuff. And you're always thinking about it, or if you're seeing somebody else doing a movement, like, hey, I do that movement in my kata. It could be just some movie you're watching or some TV show that is showing, some type of fighting sequence or whatnot. So it's a type of thing where you just kind of live and breathe it. And that's how you really understand it. And the more you understand, the better off you're going to do. So ideally what you're trying to do is keep your toolbox full, or keep it open for new things. And that's the way you keep learning. You keep it fresh, and you don't get stale, and you don't say, well, I've done it all. If you say that, you've already hurt yourself. You're pretty much done. So you can never say you know it all. All right, no matter what your rank is. So even at my level, I'm still trying to learn things. I'm trying to evaluate things and how can I pull it into my training and into my toolbox, okay? And everything that you do is part of your toolbox. And that's the way you got to remember it, you know? So there's more than one way of doing things. You can do a simple club attack, but I could probably find 5 different applications for it. We teach you 1, maybe 2, but the other 3 have to come from you by experiencing it, working with other students, and just trying to evaluate it.
Please don't forget to like and subscribe to LiveDanD.